If your first interviewer this year sounds like a little bit of like a robot, it might actually be one. Companies are already using virtual recruiter agents to run first round screens before a human ever looks at your resume. That's not a trailer for a sci-fi movie, that's today, hiring funnel right now, and it's scaling really fast. I'm Preston. Today, we'll unpack what an AI agent actually is, how it's different from regular AI, where it's already showing up in recruiting, and how to use it without wrecking your candidate experience. I'll show you live examples from big vendors and current news, explain the upside and the risks in plain language, and end with a clear playbook for hiring managers, recruiters, and job seekers. Let's get precise. Regular AI, like a chat assistant, answers questions and drafts content when you ask. An AI agent goes a step further. You give it a goal. It figures out the steps, uses tools and apps, takes action, checks its work, and reports back. Google describes agents as intelligent systems with reasoning, planning, and memory that can act on your behalf under your supervision. IBM defines them as programs that can autonomously perform tasks by designing workflows with the tools they have. Amazon's Bedrock documentation explains agents that connect to your data and APIs. They plan multi-step tasks and call software to get them done. That's the practical difference. Not just answer this, but go do this. You can see the wave hitting recruiting now. The Washington Post reported this summer that candidates are meeting named recruiter bots on the phone or video for the first screens. Agents that ask structured questions and summarize the results for a human. Meanwhile, iCIMS announced a fleet of domain-specific recruiting agents designed to act as an extension of the TA team, with the first agents rolling out in Q3 2025. And SHRM 2025 trend work shows HR's fastest AI adoption is in recruiting tasks, writing job posts, screening, search, because that's where time saving shows up. So you want to think of AI as a super helpful analyst that explains things and drafts content when you ask a question. Think of an AI agent as a tireless operations assistant. You say, build me a slate for this role, and it opens your systems, searches, enriches profiles, deduplicates draft outreach, queues interviews, and then asks you to confirm below before it moves forward. The same brain underneath, different superpower, the ability to take action across tools without you clicking everything yourself. The first place is sourcing. An agent can read your intake notes, search multiple databases, even scan your ATS for silver medalists, enrich and refresh profiles, and hand you a ranked long list with reasons it chose each person. It can also draft outreach that references a candidate's public work and queue it for your approval. The second place is first round screening. Companies are already letting agents run structured phone or video screens with 5 or 6 consistent questions, produces transcript, and attach a summary with a confidence flag for human review. Candidates in the post story said that they liked the speed but wanted a quick human follow-up so it doesn't feel cold. That tells you how to design your handoffs. Our third place is workflow glue inside the ATS or CRM. iCIMS isn't positioning agents as a bolt-on, it's making them part of the core recruiting lifecycle so they can assist with drafting job ads, lining up interviewers, summarizing panel notes, and even nudging the process forward. You'll also see company pilots like Meta's plan to use AI to match interviewers, evaluate interviewer behavior or fairness, and organize notes. Again, with the human still making the final call. This isn't a toy phase anymore, it's moving into a backbone of how big teams hire. If you're an internal or even a corporate recruiter, picture an intake call where your agent reads last year's hires and outcomes and compares team skill gaps, drafts a calibrated role profile, and proposes a short list of targeted companies and schools that actually align with what performs well at your organization. Imagine it searching your ATS for near-miss candidates from the past 2 years, refreshing their current roles from public sources, and flagging internal mobility options from your HRIS. Now imagine your agent building the first interview kit, 5 structured questions tied to the job's outcome, and scheduling the screen. After the call, it posts a clear summary and score for your review, and it drafts the decline, but keep warm messages for you to personalize. Every click you didn't make is time given back to calibration and selling. This is exactly the kind of multiply recruiter productivity positioning iCIMS is bringing to market. If you're an external agency recruiter, think throughput and edge. Hey guys, here's something I've been diving deep into lately. The talent war is getting insane. While you're writing job descriptions, other companies are already making 7-figure offers to candidates. Until I figured out what the smartest recruiters are secretly using, Juicebox. Juicebox is the ChatGPT of talent acquisition. You can just tell Juicebox who you're looking for, and it searches across 800 million profiles and sends personalized email outreach that actually gets replies. The crazy part, their AI agent can learn your exact style and gets better over time. Companies like Perplexity, Cursor, and Ramp are already using this to find top talent before anyone else even knows they're available. Top talent moves super fast. If you want to stay ahead of this, Juicebox is offering a free trial, so you've got nothing to lose. Just head to Juicebox.ai to sign up. If you're an external agency recruiter, think throughput and edge. Your agent can map a niche market over over a weekend, enrich contact data, remove duplicates from your CRM, and tee up personalized email and LinkedIn sequences that reference the candidate's public talks, repos, or papers. It can audit your notes against the client's must-haves and write the first draft of your calibration memo. You step in where agencies win, pressure testing the hiring bar, preparing candidates for what this manager actually values, and closing offers. Candidates accept automation when the next step really feels human, clear, and respectful. So add a fast, personal follow-up after every agent-led touchpoint, and you'll feel your reply rates climb. For both internal and external teams, agents can also handle the repetitive busy work around research, pulling salary bands and market medians from your comp sources to craft a sensible range, drafting a first pass at a job ad using keywords that match how candidates actually search, and generating a clean interview packet for panelists with the resume, the structured questions, and even a short rubric, so you get consistent results. SHRM's 2025 data points to why leaders are leaning in. Roughly a third of those using AI in recruiting report lower costs, and about a quarter say they're actually better at spotting top candidates. That's not just convenience, that's business impact. The upside overall is pretty easy to see. Real quick, if you ever thought about starting your own recruitment agency, or you're a recruiter struggling to land clients, you'll want to check out our coaching and implementation program. Inside, I give you the exact scripts, the outreach templates, and acquisition systems I used to hit over $500,000 my first year, scale to over $100,000 months, and do over $5 million in placements on my own desk. Our students are already hitting $30,000, $50,000, even $80,000 per month or more, many of them doing it part-time. So if you want to learn the same playbook, the link's below. It's exactly what I use. Now back to the video. The upside overall is pretty easy to see. Speed, consistency, and a wider coverage than a human can manage in a busy week. But there are two real risks. The first is candidate trust. The post and time, they both captured the same pattern. People appreciate speed, but they get frustrated when a bot misses a follow-up question, misunderstands nuances, or feels like a wall instead of a door. The fix is design, not denial. Make your agent's role clear in the invite and guarantee a fast human follow-up after the agent step. The second risk is compliance. In New York City, local law 144 says you can't use an automated employment decision tool unless it has a recent bias audit and you notify candidates. Read that again. Audited and disclosed. The law nudges everyone towards agents propose, humans decide, with clear explanations of what the tool did. If you hire in or for New York City, you need to treat those rules as table stakes. One more reality check. Employees are paying attention. Pew's February survey, they found that just over half of US workers are worried about how AI will be used at work, and many think it could actually mean fewer opportunities over time. That doesn't mean stop, it means be transparent, keep humans in the loop, and show how this actually improves fairness and outcomes. So if you run a team, stop debating should we use agents and start mapping where they fit. Give them the high volume, rules-based tasks. Think market mapping, profile discovery, and refresh, scheduling, first round structure, and keep the judgment calls with people. Scoping, operation, selling, negotiation, and the final yes. That split mirrors how iCIMS is framing agent adoption and where New York City's audit rules push you anyway. Budget for a short double cost phase while you train people and tune handoffs, then expect the time savings to show up in your cycle time and hiring quality. For recruiters, your role moves up stack. You'll spend less time clicking and more time judging and storytelling. You'll design prompts and workflows, audit agent output for bias, quality, and translate business context into the right search direction. You'll also coach candidates and hiring managers through what to expect. The organizations making public moves like iCIMS and the reporting from the Post point to the same future. Agents, they lift the busy work. Humans keep the bar, the trust, and the close. If you can show you're faster and fairer with agents in the loop, your seat at that table gets more secure. You want to assume an agent sees you first and a person decides your fate. That means your profile needs to be machine readable and human compelling at the same time. Be explicit about skills, tools, and results so an agent can infer fit. Add clear context so a human can picture your impact. Expect structured screens, practice concise, evidence-rich answers, etc. You can also play offense. The Washington Post just highlighted how employers are asking for AI literacy, so be ready with one or two honest ways you've used AI to do your work faster or better. If you apply in New York City or to a New York City-based role, you're entitled to notice when automated tools are used. Ask for a human point of contact if you're unsure. Here's how I'd pilot this without hurting candidate experience. Start with one high-volume role. Let an agent handle market mapping, long list building, contact enrichment, and the first structured 5-question screen. Tell candidates upfront that a virtual assistant will run the first step and commit to a same-week human follow-up for everyone who passes. Ask your panelist to use the agent summary, then add your own notes so you're not outsourcing judgment. Track the numbers that matter, right? Time to interview, interview no-show rates, candidate satisfaction, and quality of hire at 90 days. Keep what works, fix what doesn't, and resist the urge to automate final decisions. That balance, AI as teammate, not boss, is where the best evidence, the new tools, and the new laws are all pointing. All right, we went over a lot, but your turn. If you could just hand one task to an agent tomorrow, would it be market mapping, the first round screens, or scheduling? Drop it in the comments below. If this sharpened your playbook, hit like and subscribe. I'm Preston, appreciate your time, we'll see you on the next one.